Are you tired of writing long SQL queries just to get simple insights? What if I told you that now? You can simply type in English and Snowflake will write the SQL for you. Sounds crazy, right? Well, this is exactly what Snowflake Cortex Analyst does. Let's explore how this is AI powered assistant is changing the way we query data inside Snowflake. Welcome back to Logic Stud. Cortex Analyst is part of the Snowflake Cortex AI platform. Think of it as your AI data assistant built directly into Snowflake's Snowsight interface. You don't have to write SQL. You simply ask your question in plain English, like show total sales by region, and instantly Cortex Analyst converts that question into a SQL query, executes it, and shows you the result all in one place. No third-party rules, no coding, and no setup. Just your data and natural language. Traditionally, if a business user needed a report, they would message a data engineer, wait for the SQL, and then get the result. That whole cycle could take hours, sometimes days. But now, with Cortex Analyst, anyone, even a non-technical user, can simply type, show top 5 customers by revenue, and get the result instantly. This saves time, reduces dependency, and brings analytics closer to everyone in the organization. It's like having your own personal data analyst powered by AI. Let's look at what happens behind the scenes. Cortex Analyst uses large language models or LLMs that are securely hosted within Snowflake. Here's the flow. You type your question in English, the AI interprets your intent and automatically generates the right SQL query. It executes the query directly inside Snowflake. You see both the SQL code and the result together. And all of this happen inside your governed Snowflake environment. So your data never leaves the platform. Let's talk about what makes Cortex Analyst special. Number one, schema awareness. It understands your tables, columns, and relationships automatically. Number two, SQL transparency. You can always see, copy, and even modify the generated SQL. Number three, role-based access. It respects your existing Snowflake privileges. And number four, it's fully integrated into Snowsight. No API keys or external setup required. So it's secure, smart, and transparent. Cortex Analyst is perfect when you need quick insights like checking sales trends, exploring data, or validating numbers. But for more complex joins, transformations, or optimization, you will still rely on traditional skill and data engineering. Think of Cortex Analyst as your AI copilot for data exploration. It helps you move faster and learn along the way. Alright, now let's move to the hands-on part of this session where we'll actually explore Snowflake Cortex Analyst inside the Snowsight UI. First, log into your Snowflake account. Once you are inside Snowsight, look at the left-hand side menu. You will find a section called AI and ML. Click on that, and from the drop-down options, select Cortex Analyst. This is where we will be creating our schematic view and running natural language queries. On the right hand side, you will see a button labeled Create New. Click the button. Now choose Schematic View. This is basically where we define the data structure that Cortex Analyst will use to understand our tables. Next, select the database and schema you want to work with. In my case, I am selecting the database Sales DB and the schema Public. Then enter a name for your schematic view. Let's call it Sales Analysis View. This will help Cortex understand which data to analyze. Once that's done, choose the table and columns you want to include. For this demo, I'm selecting the orders table and I'll pick columns like order ID, customer name, region, amount, and order date. These fields are enough for us to test sales related queries. After selecting your columns, Snowflake will automatically generate a YML file on the right hand side. This file defines the schema metadata, so Cortex knows exactly what kind of data it's working with. You can preview or even modify if it is needed, but for now, let's leave it as it is. Now comes the fun part, the playground. On the right hand side, you will see a panel labeled Playground. This is where you can interact with your data using natural language. Let's test a few examples together. I will start by typing show total sales amount. Cortex Analyst instantly generates a SQL query and displays the result below. Next, let's try top 5 customers by revenue. Cortex generates and runs. And we have it a quick leaderboard of our top 5 customers. Let's try one more. Show a monthly sales trend for 2024. Cortex builds a query using group by and filters for 2024 automatically. It even gives you an option to visualize it as a chart directly within Snowsight. Notice how it also displays the generated SQL code beside every result, so you can verify, learn, or reuse that query later. Now let's end with a quick real world use case. Imagine you are working for a retail company. Your manager asks, "Can you tell me which region had the highest sales in the last quarter?" Normally, you would have to write a SQL query, join tables, and double check filters. But with Cortex Analyst, you can simply type that question directly: which region had the highest total sales in the last quarter? In seconds, you get both the answer and the SQL logic that produced it. This saves time, reduces dependency, and makes data insights accessible to everyone, from business users to analysts. And that's the real power of Snowflake Cortex Analyst. It's not just AI, it's AI with logic stored.